For all you gentlemen out there today, I'm gonna share with you 6 of the biggest mistakes that I see when it comes to using photos for your dating app profiles. Now, these mistakes are rooted in myth. See, I actually spend my free time going around on different men's dating advice forums. And so I see what a lot of the popular trends and myths for that matter are. Okay, so here's some of the big mistakes that I see repeated. A lot of them are well-meaning, but unfortunately misguided. Myth number 1, you shouldn't smile in your profile photos. Where does this come from? I think it stems from the fact that you supposedly look more masculine when you're not smiling. I mean, after all, you want the girl to know that she's gonna be dating someone who's very safe, right? Who can take charge and take control of any situation. So the myth states that you shouldn't smile, you should have more of a neutral or macho look, kind of a stern sort of grimace. Unfortunately, the data has come back, and as it turns out, this is one of the things that women complain about the most. Men who do not smile in your photos. The truth of the matter is, in accordance with what the women are reporting, you kind of just look like you're miserable or pissed off even when you make these photos that lack a smile. All research shows that that looks horrendous, okay? You want a natural smile, a softer, lighter smile, but yes, indeed, there does need to be a smile. Myth number 2 states that you can go ahead and show off your body, perhaps by not wearing a t-shirt even, going shirtless. Okay, the reason why women are reporting a lot against this is because, well, for one, it's a little bit cliche at this point. You're not the first person who had that idea. I mean, she is looking at thousands of profiles where you all had the same idea to take off your shirts. If you have the right physique, yes, it is an asset. The key here is not to show it off though. Your physique will naturally show itself off just through your clothing. Okay, if you have to show it off, she's wondering, is he compensating for something? I mean, maybe he doesn't have good character. Maybe he doesn't have good interpersonal skills that he has to lure me in with his hot body. And the truth of the matter is, guys, women don't work that way. They're not as visual as we are. A little bit, yes, a little bit. It does help to be in good shape, to be athletic. Okay, but you get character points for that. Being athletic, being healthy, being in shape, character points. Actually showing off the body is really repulsive at this point. I'm gonna go so far as to say you shouldn't have shirtless photos even when they're context appropriate. Put your shirt on. Myth number 3, showing off anything. Speaking of not showing off your body and your physique for that matter, just don't show off anything. Okay, everyone's already doing that shot where they go off that sick jump on their mountain bike. A lot of people are already doing that shot where they show their muscles at the gym. A lot of people are showing off their cars. Just get away from showing off anything, okay? It's very unflattering to the women. Now, the biggest reason why this is a myth, perhaps, is because, well, it tracks that you would want to match with someone who also places importance in an interest that you have. And while that is sensible, unfortunately, when it comes to the visual aspect of the profile, it doesn't quite click for the women. For instance, maybe you are really into classic car culture and you'd love to date another girl who also has that aspect to her personality. Totally valid. But most women are still seeing, oh, he's just showing off his car. He's proud of his car. Yeah, he's got a lot of money. He spent money on that car. Not to mention, you don't want to lure in any gold diggers anyway, do you? So don't show off material items. Don't show off at all, behaviorally speaking. Okay, don't go off that sick jump on your bike. Don't show off your cool dance moves. Do show that you love bikes. Do show that you love dancing. Do show that you love surfing, but you can accomplish these things without being performative in the photo. For instance, hold a surfboard in your arms like you're walking to the beach. No problem at all. Or have a mountain bike with you as if you're about to go mountain biking. It speaks the point. Myth number 4 comes to group photos. This myth states that you should in fact have group photos to show the girl that you have friends. Now, scientifically speaking here, this isn't a terrible idea. There is research that shows there's something called social proofing that happens here. If she sees other people who like you, who surround you, who gather around, who attend to you, it serves as a form of observational proof that you're a likable guy. So there are benefits to this. But the reason why this is a big myth is because most people apply this incorrectly. You have a competing issue when you do group photos, and that is you're harder to identify. If you're gonna do a group photo, it's very important that you are centered in the photo and in the foreground, meaning maybe your buddies are a little bit behind you. You have to be the one who is featured in the photo. This does not work if it's just a mass of people or even just a few people and you're all on the same overlay. So strictly speaking, you could do a group photo, but honestly, in my experience, less than 5% of people accomplish them the way that they need to be done. Myth number 5, displaying the use of alcohol or drinking in a photo. The idea behind this myth is that you're supposed to show the viewer or the girl that you're fun-loving, you know how to party, you know how to relax, okay? You're not a total square. This is not a very good behavior, though, to be seen displaying any sort of alcohol use in your profile. First of all, everyone else is doing the same thing. So again, you're just another guy pounding beers at the bar. Second of all, it's completely unremarkable when you get right down to it. Most people drink. Most people go out to bars sometimes. We associate that as a common form of nightlife. All right, so there's really nothing special or that helps you to stand out when you pound beers in the photo. Third, let's think about this really hard for a second. What does it say about you if you needed to prominently display alcohol in your profile? It says that alcohol was probably pretty important to you, and that is not a good thing to be putting in the forefront of her mind when she skims across your profile. Just like if you love playing soccer, you might include a soccer photo. Why? Because that's part of your identity. We don't want that same effect for alcohol. The last thing she needs to be dealing with is a potential alcoholic situation. This is especially true the older you get. The reason is this: women have more history. Women are sooner or later going to have encounters or experiences dealing with drug addiction or alcohol addiction in partners. It's not sexy, guys. It's not fun. There is one exception to this rule, though. A glass of wine in a refined setting can sometimes be acceptable. I've seen some pretty good profiles and where the male really loves wine tasting, and they actually did a great photo down at the vineyard with the glass of wine. We might be able to work with that. But as far as dive bars go and just bottles of beer, I say just do away with alcohol or any other drugs for that matter. Myth number 6, travel photos. My recommendation is not to use them, despite the myth out there that, well, yeah, they make it look like you're a refined person, sense of culture. You go around the world, you visit places that are important to you. The concept is the correct one, but they usually don't come out all that well. First of all, travel is just one of those things. Universally, it is claimed a lot across the board, regardless of how often or the style of travel that the person has. So for instance, there's people out there claiming that they love travel and putting up traveling photos where they went to a lake or a mountain, despite the fact that maybe they've only done it once in their life and realistically they don't actually leave their home that much. Okay, so travel is very easy to claim. But the bigger problem with travel photos, I think, is the fact that they're designed to show off the scene, the travel setting itself, and not you. They pull attention away from you. They distract. That is the opposite of what you want. You want photos that bring you into the forefront, that feature you clearly. And the background or the setting is a very, very minor element to that. You guys know that one photo of Machu Picchu that everyone posts? You know what I'm talking about. That one where it shows Machu Picchu in the background, they stand up on the thing. And I've never been there, but I've seen that photo hundreds of times looking at my clients' profiles. It shows off the scene of Machu Picchu vastly, glorious looking place, and then you end up being a little speck in it. Okay, not what we want. We want up close and personal. In addition, for whatever reason, we tend not to look our best in travel photos. Maybe we were hiking or sweating to get somewhere. We probably don't have the best clothing choice. I don't know about you, when I travel, it's often a couple pairs of pants, a couple of different shirts. I like to keep my luggage pretty light anyway, since I am a backpacker traveler. But the point is, we often don't look our best in travel photos since we're going for practicality. So those are the 6 biggest myths that I come across, men telling other men to do these things. However, the data is not congruent with those trends. Okay, I actually take male profiles, I distribute them to female panelists. And the data we are getting back from the women is contradicting the advice given by men on the internet. Oh, and this last thing, technically not a myth, but for the record, stop doing bathroom mirror selfies. Women hate them. Okay, put a little effort, put a little investment into your profile. That's all I'm going to say for right now, but I'll have some more good stuff coming up for you in the next video. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to this video and check out datingbyeric.com if you need a little extra help, a little extra personalized coaching.